Do we seriously need more affirmative action in the NFL? How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the NFL expanding the Rooney Rule to include women and also to include actual hiring quotas. Now, if you don't know what the Rooney Rule is, let me back up a little bit to explain to you what's going on, just so you have all the information in full and proper context. Now, the Rooney Rule was created back in 2002 in the NFL after two black head coaches were fired. That's Denny Green from the Minnesota Vikings, back when they had Randy Moss and Dante Culpepper. Also, Tony Dungy when he was on the Buccaneers. So after they were fired, there might have been 0 black NFL head coaches. I don't think Tomlin was around yet. Maybe he was, but I don't believe so. There might have been 1 or 0 black NFL head coaches. So they're like, okay, what can we do to get more black head coaches in the NFL? All right, let's create this rule that says all 32 NFL teams must at least interview 1 black candidate for high-level positions in the front office, including head coach. So that rule has been on the books for a long time in the NFL, and it's gotten mixed reviews, pretty much negative reviews, because a lot of guys will say, all right, I'm getting interviewed for the job, but I know I probably won't get it. Or it just seems kind of weird. Affirmative action is just not really working the way that they think it should work, right? So then they expanded it again to say you got to at least interview, I think, 2 minorities, which means non-white male. Well, at that time I meant non-white. Now it means non-white male. And I'll explain. We have yet another update to the rule that says you got to have a hiring quota. You must hire at least 1 non-white male on your offensive coaching staff, okay? And there's certain little particulars we'll get into in a minute, but now you got to hire at least 1 person, not for a head coach, obviously, but for a coaching staff position. I think this is a response to the whole Brian Flores kerfuffle. Remember that? I covered that story when Brian Flores, he's black, although he's from Honduras originally, but he was fired by the Miami Dolphins. He's talking about suing the NFL. He said that he got interviewed for another job and they didn't take it seriously. I think it might have been, I forget who that was. It wasn't Troy Aikman. It might have been, oh yeah, I think it was John Elway. I think John Elway was there. He had to deny it, talking about, nah, that wasn't true. I was just kind of jet lagged or whatever. It was a mess. Basically, what Brian Flores said, that the Rooney Rule was a joke. It doesn't really help. And now he's suing the NFL. So in my humble opinion, now the NFL, they're on the defensive saying, hey, we're not a racist organization. Our clubs are majority black. We're talking about the guys on the field. It just so happens that a lot of the staff are not majority black. It is what it is. In my humble opinion, before I get to the particular rules here, I think that it shouldn't really matter who is in a position as long as they're the best person for the job. If you're trying to win, you're trying to get these rings, you're trying to get money as a successful football club, that's the most important thing that matters to me. There's a lot more to it than that. There's a lot of politics involved, but the main thing is winning and getting money, regardless of what color you are. Maybe I'm naive, but that's what I think is most important. But here is the actual rule update. We're going to just kind of go through and see what's what with it. And so here's what's being done to improve in 2022. And then it says, today, the league and clubs reaffirmed their commitment and launched a number of new initiatives. These are the latest in a series of enhancements designed to provide better outcomes in the hiring cycle. Okay, so again, more affirmative action, more stuff to get more non-whites in high-level positions. Offensive assistant coach. So this is not like offensive coordinator or anything like that. This is an assistant, okay? A formal resolution was adopted to provide greater opportunities for diverse candidates to serve as offensive coaches. Beginning this season, all 32 clubs will employ a diverse person, female or a member of an ethnic or racial minority. Again, that's why I said non-white male. You could be a white woman, but not a white male. You could be a black woman, black male, or whatever. Now, I'm going to just pause right there for a moment. I don't think that hiring women on an NFL football team as some kind of coach or assistant is really a good idea. Not in that kind of environment. You asking for one of them to get pregnant or something, but I'll move on. So they're going to serve as an offensive assistant. This person will receive a 1-year contract and work closely with the head coach and offensive staff to gain experience. Clubs will receive reimbursement from a league-wide fund toward the coach's salary for up to 2 years. Okay, hold on. Let me see. So they're going to – all right, so there's going to be a fund from the NFL. Not sure how they're going to get this money in the fund. Is it going to be a tax? I'm not really sure. But the teams will be paid to pay this person for up to 2 years. In recent years, head coaches have predominantly had offensive backgrounds. We believe this resolution will assist greatly in continuing to source and identify diverse candidates earlier in their career, providing pipeline depth and further in developing the diverse offensive pipeline. For resolution in appendix below. So basically, they want to try to be like, it's like an apprenticeship program. So they want to try to groom these people so they can potentially be head coaches in the future. So you're around the team, you're with the coaches. They're trying to make you be the next generation. It's like I said, trying to improve the pipeline depth. That's kind of what's going on here. But I'm not sure that's how that really works. A lot of this stuff is kind of like the good old boy system. But again, you got to have good guys in there as well. They're not going to have their crackhead nephew in there running the team still. You still got to be a competent person that understands what's going on. But I digress. Ownership diversity. Following discussion among all 32 clubs, the membership adopted the below statement and resolution that outlines its commitment to increasing diversity among ownership. I'm not sure how you're going to do that because all the teams are currently owned. So you got to get somebody to sell their team. Why would I sell my team? Going back to the Rooney Rule, that rule was put in place under Dan Rooney, who was a former owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was the son of Art Rooney, who was the first owner. And both Dan and Art are gone now, and the family still owns it. So are they ever going to sell that? Why would they sell it? That's like asking Walmart heirs to sell Walmart. Why? But we'll move on. This statement showcases not only the collective agreement of all 32 owners, but the major emphasis on diversity when considering potential club ownership moving forward. For resolution in the appendix below, and then I'll read some of this right here. The NFL member clubs support the important goal of increasing diversity among ownership. Accordingly, when evaluating a prospective ownership group of a member club pursuant to league policies, the membership will regard it as a positive and meaningful factor if the group includes diverse individuals who would have a significant equity stake and involvement with the club, including serving as controller member of the club. So basically, what they're saying is they promise, you know, pinky promise, pinky swear, if they're going to sell the club to somebody, you will get treated better as a group, as a collective, if you have minorities on your in your group, on your squad, and if they can actually control things. So it's not just like you're a minority owner, you know, like 1%, you don't really do anything. You got to be on the board. You really got to be involved, not just kind of like a shadow partner, not really involved with the operations. You put a little bit of money up, kind of like Drake or Usher maybe owning part of the NBA team. They don't want it to be like that. They want it to be where you're really involved with the whole situation. From what they say in this letter, but I mean, some of these letters, I don't take them too seriously because at the end of the day, as I close, these teams are going to do what they want to do. And if I was a team, I'd do what I want to do as well. How are you going to tell me or force me to hire someone if I don't want to hire them? That doesn't make any sense to me. If I'm an owner, and I can only speak from my point of view because I know it's deeper than that. There is politics involved. But if I'm an owner, my goal, my objective is to get the best guys on the football field and off the football field as far as the staff. That's it. That's really the long and short, okay? If I have, let's say I have 2 quarterbacks available, right? I have Russell Wilson and some scrub that's been on the bench for the past 10 years, and the difference between them was their race. Aside from the skill and everything, Russell Wilson being the better guy, the race difference, okay, the scrub is white, Russell Wilson is black. Why would I get the scrub when Russell Wilson is right there? You know, I'm trying to win at the end of the day. That's just really what it is. I don't really care nothing about nothing else. And at a certain point, there's a limited number of actually skilled people on both sides of the ball, whether it be playing the game and actually, you know, coaching the game. There's a limited number of talented people that exist. I'm trying to get the best people. That's just what it is. Same thing with owners or ownership groups. Not everybody has $1 billion to be by the NFL football team. okay, or to develop a stadium like a Jerry Jones or somebody, or Shad Khan from Jacksonville Jaguars, a minority owner. You know, I think doesn't really exist, but he does exist. The point is that there's a limited number of these people, and I'm going to be able to get my best bang for my buck. Simple as that. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about this resolution from the NFL? Will it make sense? Will it help them to increase diversity among the staff? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at with it. I think that NFL diversity is not necessary because they're already pretty diverse, obviously, on the football field. If diverse means non-white male, they already have that on the football field. Trying to force owners to do certain things, I don't think will make any sense. If you want to have more black owners, if you want to have more blacks in the front office, we need to be focusing on things that will put us right there. Too many of us, it's like, all right, if we're not going to be a football player, we're going to not do other things that could put us in that position. Really, we got to get more money and put ourselves in a position to be able to control and own and dictate certain moves. Because if we're not, then all we can do is just ask for certain things rather than just making things happen. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.